is back. President Bill Clinton on the stump, helping the President Obama's re-election effort. But some are asking if these two Democratic powerhouses are really on the same page. They're scheduled to appear together at a fundraiser tonight after several events yesterday in New York City. Clinton took the chance to tear into President Obama's rival, Mitt Romney. Mr. Clinton told the crowd that a Romney presidency, in his opinion, would be, quote, calamitous for our country and the world. Clinton's comments a far cry from when he recently defended Romney's record at Bain Capital on national TV. Bain, of course, the recent target of attacks by the president's campaign. Mr. Clinton telling CNN, I don't think we ought to get into the position where we say this is bad work, this is good work. There's no question that in terms of getting up, going to the office, and basically performing the essential functions of the office, a man who's been governor and had a sterling business career crosses the qualification threshold. Well, Bill Clinton did then walk those comments back, but today there are at least two primaries in which the presidents are at odds. In New Jersey, Mr. Clinton is backing Bill Pascrell. Mr. Obama supports Bill Rothman, his competitor. And in California, Clinton is throwing his support behind Howard Berman, who backed Hillary in 2008. President Obama supports Brad Sherman. So will their differences affect Democratic unity in the presidential election? Let's get a fair and balanced debate underway. Simon Rosenberg is president and founder of NDN and a former Clinton campaign advisor. Chip Saltzman is the former campaign manager for Mike Huckabee for president. Gentlemen, welcome. Chip, this New Jersey election is so interesting because you've got two sitting Democratic members of Congress. Their districts have been reapportioned, realigned, so they both have to fight for the same seat, and they're both getting support from the two different Democratic big kahunas. Bill Pascrell has Mr. Clinton's support. Mr. Obama is supporting his challenger. Who's going to win?
Well, it's going to be a tight race, and I think both of those endorsements matter. I mean, I think this is payback from where the congressman had endorsed Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign and the other congressman had endorsed Obama's campaign, and now we get to see the clash. The one thing about President Clinton that you've learned, whether you like him or not, is he's a pretty loyal guy, and he's going to support the people that supported him or his wife 4 years ago or 8 years ago. Well,
and Simon, the endorsement of Bill Clinton is huge. Does it mean that Bill Pascrell might go on to beat Steve Rothman?
We'll find out tonight. From everything we can tell, it's a close election, and I think all these races tonight are going to be close. But I think that a lot can be made of the disagreements. I mean, politicians don't agree on anything, on many things. And if you look at Mitt Romney, some of his surrogates are going to be disagreeing with him on major issues. But where I think the president, the former president, the current president are united is on their fear and worry about the Romney economic policies and how it could do harm to the country. And I think that's where you're going to see. So I think Bill Clinton loves all this attention. It gives him a bigger platform to get out there and make his case for Barack Obama and against Mitt Romney. So I think he welcomes this attention right now.
Well, I'm sure, Bill Clinton has never been one to shy away from a television camera. But if he's so concerned about Mitt Romney, why did he go on CNN and talk about Romney's sterling business career? Go ahead, Simon.
Well, go ahead, Chip. Go ahead.
No, Simon, I'm sorry. I was throwing that to you.
Okay. Well, I think, look, what he said, and I don't think this is an area of big disagreement. I mean, I think that what President Clinton was saying is that Mitt Romney is a legitimate and serious candidate for president. He's done remarkable things in his life. I don't think that's in any way inconsistent with what Barack Obama's been saying. Barack Obama said among those things that he has done is pursued an economic philosophy that has left people unemployed and is not the proper course of the country. I don't think these things are inconsistent because you can say somebody's qualified for president, but you disagree with them on their economic approach. And I think that's where, if you listen to the President Clinton statement last night, it is clear that he is 100% behind Barack Obama. They are going to be joined at the hip in this election, and he is definitely the best surrogate that President Obama has in this election.
Chip, some say that putting Bill Clinton on stage next to the sitting president overshadows the sitting president, does it?
I think it does a little bit. I mean, the one thing about Bill Clinton is he's never going to be on talking points. He's always going to talk about what he wants to do, and he loves this attention. And he's now a very popular president, former president, and he does overshadow President Obama, especially in some states like North Carolina, perhaps, and Virginia and Wisconsin that we got coming up today as well. And so Bill Clinton turns into this double-edged sword that the Obama people need him, but they know that some places he's going to overshadow the president in certain areas.
Obviously, Simon, there are a lot of Democrats who would have preferred to see Hillary Clinton become the nominee and go on to win the presidency. Is she still a viable candidate for 4 years from now? And is Bill Clinton perhaps trying to position his wife to become the next Democratic president?
Well, I think it's important to realize that, at the end of that very decisive primary, that Barack Obama brought Hillary Clinton into the government. She's been an exceptional Secretary of State. They've been working very well together and have had some of the biggest successes of this administration so far. And my own view about Hillary, and I think everyone is saying sort of the same thing, she's going to end her 4 years as Secretary of State. She's going to take time and look at the environment. I think there's a chance she runs. I don't think we'll know for another year or so, but if she does run, she's going to be a very formidable candidate in 2016.